Storyteller's Hazbin Hotel Season 2, Episode 2. In it, Pentious gets shown around heaven. Shenanigans and isolation ensue. The episode begins basically exactly where you would think Pentious would end up after Season 1. In court, and no one knows what his deal is, and everyone wants to get rid of him except for Emily. Instead of winners, we have a bunch of Heavenborn, like these not Stoluses, biblically accurate angels, and these really cool cosmic owls. Everyone's convinced that Pentious is just a spy for Lucifer. Lute now has a golden arm with, I think, Adam's halo around it, and the bloodstain on her skirt is now gold because Vaggie. Even St. Peter's confused, and he's the one who lets people in. We meet Abel, son of Adam. He's played by the lead singer of Fall Out Boy, Patrick Stump.
As much as I'd like to honor my dearly departed dad, I really just wanted to say...
Shut up, Abel! Adam didn't even fucking like you!
I know.
It's pretty fitting, the voice and, well, the casting for this kind of show. I just kind of want more rock stars in this. Sarah's about to lay the hammer down, and then suddenly, what the...
I'm known as the Speaker of God.
I think I've seen that before. And yeah, her and the Not Stoluses are clearly the heaven equivalent of the Arcoetia. She's played by Liz Calloway, which you probably don't recognize the name, but you definitely heard her voice throughout the majority of 90s musicals, which I feel like is also incredibly fitting. Remember that God design that everyone has seen is not official. So the speaker says to tell your tale, and Penny dumps some lore about how he's from London 1888. So we meet human Pentious, and honestly, he looks exactly like how I would have imagined. I mean, his hair does look pretty straight for the time, but honestly, this works really well. He has concepts for his blimp, his ray gun, and he's also got some eggs.
But I had a tendency to watch. It gave me the illusion I had people in my life, and I was fascinated by all these lives I could see.
He's literally me. And yeah, given that date and that location, Pentious witnessed the Jack the Ripper killings. Now, Viv has stated she didn't want to introduce real-life things into Hell, so that's why Baxter no longer died on the Titanic. But you know, at this point, like Johnny Appleseed is a real person, but so many people have told the story and re-envisioned the character, they might as well be a cryptid. So Penny's ultimate sin is inaction. He witnessed the first killing, he knows who Jack the Ripper is, and he did nothing. A lot of people are confused, why is that a damnable offense? Well, cowardness is considered a sin in the Bible, and even today, withholding information is a crime, and Pentious selfishly didn't tell anyone to save his skin, which resulted in at least 5 confirmed people killed by Jack the Ripper. So now we can understand that Pentious' design reflects him, that he's a snake because he's a cowardly worm, and he's covered in eyes not just because it's a common motif in the series, but also he witnesses everything. You can also maybe imply because Belphegor is the princess of Sloth and she's got multiple eyes, his sloth-like refusal to tell anyone kind of reflects the multiple eyes. And the speaker says, "We good, fam." Everyone's like, what? It's because, well, Pentious decided to sacrifice himself, stand up to tyranny, and fight for love. Literally overcoming his inaction by doing action. So he was redeemed by doing the opposite of what he did. So Pentious is welcome back to the flock. Also, Pentious' real name is Pendleton.
Oh, I get it now! That is so clever! Like a serpent. Adorable.
Luke calls bullshit he literally tried to kill one of us. And the speaker says, nah, he's good. So everyone's siding with the speaker, and Luke's just by herself. Also, she's not going to be the head of the army, instead Abel inherited the position. And his Adam helmet fits over his marching band hat.
At least I wasn't just demoted. Oh, get dunked on!
Luke gets put in her place for being the literal only dissenting opinion, despite all the evidence going to Pentious, and court dismissed. Now Emily gets to show him around. Meanwhile, with Lilith, she purposely hangs up on Charlie. 725 missed calls, and the last time Charlie texted her was about the hotel. Lilith with the apple. Well, that was fun. Emily's gonna show Pentious all around.
That's kinda what I do here.
The smile kinda has the same energy as the Charlie smile from the Helva Has Been trailer. Heaven has sugar, tons of it, and it's not cocaine, and koalas, which Pentious is allergic to. I wonder what Cherry would think. And Chinese armored anteater things that sound like penguin. Pentious just wants to see his friends again. Well, Emily can't do that, but she can sing. This leads into the song Like You, singing about how Pentious is different from everyone. Toucan Angel. Molly, Angel Dust's sister, which we saw in last season. She's joined by St. Peter and Abel, and they got Christmas rom-coms at the multiplex. I was about to make a Hallmark joke, but nope, there's a biracial and a gay couple, definitely not. A lot of creepy smiles in this season. During the song, Pentious steals a bunch of junk, and he's trying to escape heaven. Which doesn't work at all. Abel bends the golf club he was resting on. This comment puts it the best because this song is basically the opposite of Loser Baby. A song about how Husk intentionally is saying that we suck, but at least we have each other. Well, like you, Emily is unintentionally saying about how Pentious is one of a kind, but because of that, he's alone, even with all this cool stuff around him.
Everyone will like you, 'cause no one here is like you.
When they're hanging out with guinea pigs, this is a straight-up recreation of Patrick. Meanwhile, Sarah's having confessionals with the speaker, leading to the song, Sarah's Confession, which is basically the I Done Fucked Up song, regretting her actions and okaying the exterminations just to find out that redemption is possible, and she feels bad about it. The speaker says, "You're fine, you can make up for it." But how? Lute strikes the same pose she does in the pilot. It's a very Disney-like song, of course, with the speaker, with gorgeous vocals and very good animation. Sarah's having troubles to figure out what to do next. But meanwhile, with Lute, she has a breakdown.
Wow, someone's menstruating.
You're alive?
Oh, now, I'm in your head.
Notice how happy she was. Pentious is still struggling, and he just wants his egg boys back. Which kind of raises the question, how did he make them? Did he lay the eggs? Are they considered homunculi? They have souls? I guess they don't because they're not here with him. Then Emily just creates life.
I love them. I'll tolerate them.
Back with Lute, she goes to Adam's old office and has a tantrum and starts breaking things.
I never got to tell you that.
You think I didn't already know? No fucking idea. If you don't know, I don't know, babe.
She smashes up the office, which leads into the song Gravity. Not her defying the system, doing the impossible, and going her own way. She wants to smash the system and watch it crumble around her.
Like gravity, like gravity.
I would absolutely put this over Poison, Out for Love, Loser Baby, and More Than Anything as the best song and has been so far. The song just kicks ass, with the lyrics reflecting her mental state, about her losing the person that matters most to her, while at the same time smashing his old office because she's just so angry being alone. And the people agree because this was one of the songs released before the series premiered and it made it to number 5 on iTunes. They recovered Adam's main guitar and it still has Alistair's blood on it. And Pentious gets his own room, with a painting mural of his friends. Alistair's depicted as a literal deer, because he's the only one that Emily has not seen, so she literally interpreted Pentious saying he was a deer. Also, heaven is going into lockdown. I guess all the new souls are going straight to purgatory, so they can figure out what to do next. Are these the other virtues? But before they can seal heaven, Emily remembers she can open portals herself and goes to tell Charlie at the end of last episode. Unable to see his friends, Pentious cries himself to sleep. This episode is fantastic. It's interesting having more of a look at heaven. Emily's trying her best and completely failing. St. Peter went from a guy I didn't care about to being really cute and funny. I also really enjoyed the inclusion of Abel. Pentious being surrounded by a bunch of cool things, but he feels isolated because all of his friends are far away, especially his one-eyed, complicated relationship. Feels almost targeted to me. Sarah feeling bad after she was proven wrong feels appropriate, as well as her shutting everything down so she's got time to think of how to fix it. Lute ironically feels very similar to Pentious in feeling completely alone in this world, and like Cherry, she's confused and angry, but she also plans to take that frustration out on others, and it's also her entire doing, refusing to be okay with Pentious even though all the evidence points that he's fine. Because she hates sinners, and especially because they took away the person that means the most to her, even though Adam probably doesn't even care that much about her. I really like seeing all these different parallels and how similar the characters are, while also going in their own directions. 10 out of 10. Let me know your opinions down below, as well as hitting the like button and subscribing for more.
Pentious backstory right now.
Oh.
I'm not sure if Viv gave you all the details the moment you signed on, but if she didn't, how does the backstory that is now canon compare to what you thought his backstory might have been?
She didn't, and shame on you.
I didn't know we would get more.
I'm glad we did, but it is the backstory snuck up on me as I was reading it, and it being, because you know they're there for sinning. So what are these sins that we're all thinking about? And when you find out that Pentious's sin was one of non-action, is something so heartbreaking. He didn't really do anything, but he didn't do nothing either. And there's something incredibly redeemable about that, because I think it really then speaks back recursively to the first season of like what was inside him to act, the thing that he didn't do before multiple times, you know, and just going from coward to hero.